And welcome back. Gene Peacock, the director of the Brandywine Zoo, and Matt Halterman, who is the outreach program manager. In the outreach program, you go out to schools?
Yep, I go to schools, daycares, libraries, and we go to Ada Pont Children's Hospital every Wednesday, visit the children over there.
Oh, that's really nice. And if somebody wanted you to come out, they could just call the zoo?
Yeah, we can schedule a program. As long as we have the availability, we can make a visit.
And who do you have here now?
I have one of our 9-banded armadillos. This is Magnolia. You can go ahead and wake her up.
Well,
she's sort of a superstar in her own right. She gets used a lot for birthdays. We have birthdays at the zoo, and part of our birthday program is you can have an animal encounter, and she is very, very popular with.
When you say here we go, what were you?
Because she is, she's very active. She's very fast, and armadillos naturally are very curious animals. So we'll see how long she stays comfortable in Matt's lap. Once she starts getting settled, she may get wiggly. 9-banded armadillos are the only species of armadillo found in the United States. Their range is from Mexico up through Texas. And over the past several years, their range has expanded into the southern United States. And they've seen them as far north as the Carolinas now, and up through Oklahoma and the lower parts of Kansas. And they're just expanding as their habitat. As habitat in Texas gets taken over and people move in, they've just found other places to live. And so the armadillos are expanding.
They won't be coming up this way.
I think the winters are a little too harsh in Delaware. Our summers are quite pleasant, and she do fine in the summers. But with our cold winters, they need a place to hibernate. And it just gets a little too cold with the snowfall, and they wouldn't do very well here.
They always talk about an armadillo having armor. It's not really armor on it.
Well, it's a very hard plate. It's it's a pretty solid shell, and that's their defense mechanism. They've got these really long claws they use for digging, but when they get threatened, she can roll up in a very tight ball, and it's virtually impossible to open her up if she doesn't want you to open her up.
And for the predators would be foxes and wolves,
coyotes, fox, wolves.
And how do they get to them? They just keep scratching.
They'll just scratch. They'll dig. They'll roll them over. An adult armadillo, though, is really hard to get. They're pretty impervious when they roll up in a ball.
He's been pretty good. You want to put him down for a
She's
second?
done pretty good. Yeah, this is.
She wants to do.
We'll spread some mealworms out and let her go to it and see what she does.
Yeah, I'm more freaked out by the mealworms than I am by the armadillo, to tell you the truth.
The mealworms don't move that fast.
Yeah, so. She doesn't apparently either right now. How fast can she go?
Well, armadillos, she can move pretty fast. When she gets really active, it can be a challenge to keep up with her. And one of the really interesting things, another of their defense mechanisms, if they get scared, they can jump about 4 or 5 feet straight up.
Oh, great.
And we don't want to do that.
No, I'm glad you told me that at the end. All right, thank you. You know, she's been good. We thought she was going to run off, but it was the mealworm. She's, of course, going to go where the mealworms go.
She's like, ooh, snack time, and she's loving that.
Now, does she, if you had an insect problem, would she eat all kinds of insects?
Well, when we take her out, we have a little, sort of a little viewing yard. We'll take her so the public can see her in the zoo, and she'll root around in there, and she just feasts on bugs.
So she'd probably be great in a garden.
Well, she would be great for the insects in the garden, but she would uproot everything you have in there.
Oh, so she wouldn't be. I take that back.
They burrow through and dig through everything.
So Brandywine Zoo, you should come and visit. We'd love to have you back. Please bring more animals because this is a blast. And for people not in Delaware, for people in the Philadelphia area and Jersey, just take 95 out, Delaware Avenue exit. Is that it? Delaware
Avenue exit. We're open every day of the year except Christmas from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. And Another Thing with Larry Mantee is up next.